I would say is being an active member of the AWSP is probably the best decision I ever made as far as being a principal. AWSP has offered me more support, more knowledge, more PD, more connections, and more motivation than I've received anywhere else. If I take this year, for example, it's a tough year. It's a tough year on everybody. And I'm lucky enough to be at the AWSP board meeting, and it's rejuvenated me. I've met so many different principals, made connections, got ideas. I don't feel like my toolbox is empty, and if I look in there and I don't have a tool, I have somebody I can call and I know that will help me out in a heartbeat. And so absolutely I'm a better leader just because of all those experiences, and I get the collective value of everybody that I run into and work with through the AWSP. My favorite part, obviously it's being with the students and see them living and growing. And the biggest reward that I have is the success of our students. And I know that the success of our students comes through the success of our teachers. And that's my job, is to provide the help and the tools and the structure so teachers can do their job and then get out of their way. It's all-consuming. It's overwhelming. If you don't love children and love education, is probably not the job for you. But it's extremely rewarding when you're able to sit back and reflect on what you do and how you help people. You can never have an off day. You're in front of your students, of the community at all times, and if you have a bad day, it undermines so many different things. So you got to put your best foot forward every day and take your personal stuff and put it to the side when you need to, and do what's best for your students and staff. I want to be the voice of my students, of my teacher, of my community, and own what's happening in the building so we can move forward. And there's a lot of pride with that, and there's so many lives impacted. So that's very humbling to be able to be that person. The AWSP has been the single best support I've ever had, and people are a phone call away. There's resources on their website that I've used tremendously. We get Principal Matters, which comes out, but every time I read it, there's always one thing I take, and that's my goal, is take one thing. I was like 3 or 4, but I take one and say, how can I put this into practice? And overall, it's a collection of people that feel exactly the same as me, and that's always supportive. It took me, I went to, about 3 years of going to stuff before I really realized the depth of the support that's here. And as soon as I realized that, I actively tried to become a bigger part of the AWSP, because it's huge. Your voice matters because they hear it and you have the opportunity. And so, especially if you're feeling really strong in a particular area, there's a place to go. I just think that that's super powerful. A lot of times in the job, we're wondering, how come this is happening or how come that's happening? And when you get to be part of something bigger, you move further back to that 10,000 foot view or 50,000 foot view, and you see more of what's happening, and you can see a slow change. But it does take a while, because we're people, and we're really comfortable without change, but change is necessary. I would not continue to be a principal if I did not have the support that I have received, the information that I have been privileged to, and all those things. So I can never say enough good things.